I'm going to survive 100 days in the desert, a world made entirely of sand. I will discover dangerous structures, tame all of the desert animals, and build the ultimate cozy desert base. Unless I get scorched by the blazing sun. It's day 1 in the desert, and there's a tumbleweed running away from me. We've got a nice river right here, a bunch of cactus, and some creepy structures. Uh-oh. I'm getting weakness. And look at my hearts, they're burning. I'm burning. That's because I added the Scorchful mod, which makes being exposed to the warm sun super dangerous, so I have to stay cold. And how do we stay cold? We just dip in the river. I'm slowly getting my hearts back. Ugh, tumbleweed. Wait, it dropped something. Hello? Pumpkin seeds. We're gonna have food. Wait, can you even eat pumpkins in Minecraft? Let's see what this one drops. Iron nugget. Cows, sheep, and chickens don't spawn in the desert, so we're going to have to find a village if we want a bed, because we don't want to see what creatures spawn here at night. But first we gotta get started and chop down this tree. This is actually a different wood type, a desert oak log. Probably the only wood type we're going to have in this world, because there are no other biomes. This is a desert-only world. And look, I'm in the shade of the tree, so I'm not burning in the sun. After chopping down the entire tree and collecting some saplings, I made a crafting table and started crafting some wooden tools. Then I went into the river so I wouldn't get sunburn. I also got some more loot from the tumbleweeds. We got a bone and a feather. The sun was getting low already, so I started to panic, but then I saw something familiar on the hill where I spawned. A village and something creepy. So let's just go back before the monsters come out at night. I'm not scared. Also look, there's a little bird. But cute things have to wait. We need to get to the village. There's a cute bird sitting on the cactus. Hello there, villagers and camel. Please have a bed. Please? Yes. Hello, villager living in the ceiling. I'm going to steal this. You won't miss it since you're stuck on the ceiling for all eternity. What a weird guy. Let's sleep. Day 2 in the desert, and I still haven't burned to death. And there's a creepy pillager outpost. Tumbleweed. Before we can do anything, we need to get some food, and there are a bunch of hay bales here. So I'm gonna steal those, and then craft a bunch of bread. We're not going to starve in the desert. I'm also burning to death again. No, 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 no. I'm not burning inside of villager houses, but I'm also not cooling down again. I need water. And there's a well here. I'm saved. Let's loot the village and see what they have. More bread. Oh, they have skeletons. There's a skelly. During daytime. You're not supposed to be here. Ow, I'm not here. No, 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 no. Why does it have a bone mustache? Go away, mustache skelly. What the heck? That was terrifying. There's another one. How are you not burning? Die to my wooden sword. I think they're coming from this ruined structure. I'm stealing this coal. Take that, mustache skeletons. Oh no, I'm burning again. I'm burning again. After cooling down in the village's drinking water, I went back to looting the place. I think I'm going to hide in these ruined structures and quickly mine some sand before I get sunburn. Then we can smelt that down into glass. And I can make some glass bottles. And I also just saw I can make a sun hat. And it also reduces heat from the sun when worn, so hopefully less sunburn in my future. I also saw we can make a bottle of cactus juice, which gives a lot of hydrating. Let's hydrate. Yes. Ugh. No! Ew! It makes me dizzy. I don't like it. I don't like it. That was the worst thing ever. I'm not drinking that ever again. Except when I'm dying from thirst. A better way is to just get some water bottles, which also have the same hydrating effect. So no more burny, hot sun. When night fell, I quickly went to bed, then hydrated on day 3. But I also came up with a plan. I'm going to try and attack this pillager outpost without armor and stone tools, because they could have iron or even diamonds, so I don't have to go mining. Sandy defense tower. They blocked their door. Losers. Hello? Are there even pillagers in here? Let's loot this place. Yes, iron, golden carrots, and some cool blocks. Hello? Please no creatures. Hello? Yay, nobody's here. Goat horn, let's go. Ooh, what is that sound, dude? Bad goat horn. No, that was way too creepy. Somebody forgot to tune their goat horn. I found all of this amazing stuff, including a bunch of iron. So now we can make an iron bucket, so we can always bring water with us. Because I have a long journey in the blazing sun ahead of me. I need to find a village that has cows or sheep, anything I can eat, and also a nice place I want to call home. So on day 4, I packed up my things and started traveling into an unknown world. But I'm not scared because there are so many cute animals around here. There's another giant creepy structure, but I can also see some palm trees. Hello? Let's ignore the creepy pyramid and let's see what this is. We got some palm trees. And wait, is that the wandering trader? Huh? I don't want any of this. It's all garbage. Do you have good loot? Ah, yes he does. Carrots. Perfect. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna keep going. Ow. It looks like this is another village and I can steal more things from them. Thank you, villagers. What the heck was that? Hello? No, 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 no. Bad, bad, bad. It's a hyena! No. Ah! No. What the heck? After that creepy encounter, I discovered something even creepier, which was a dried oasis. And somebody died here. Awkward. That's definitely not the place we want to be. We want to be somewhere safe and cozy. And look, there's a tiny little house here and nothing super creepy nearby. Maybe we can take over this house and build a whole beautiful oasis right here. Har? No. No har. Har? No. This is my house now. Leave. Stupid pillagers. And there are more. Hello. Whoa! No, it's an axe guy. Those are so evil. I'm going to set my spawn and put all of my stuff away. And also sleep because it's dark. But today's the day we slay that pillager. Hi, pillager. Yes! Got him! Let's get him! Yes! Take that, pillager. Oh no, I'm burning again. Let's go inside and soak in the cauldron. This literally is the perfect house for me. Haha, I ruined their drinking water. And we also have some beetroot. We're not going to starve. I'm going to break their beautiful interior and set up a little early game storage. So now we can put all of our stuff away and also get rid of the last pillager who was still lurking outside. Then we can craft some fences and set up a little animal pen next to our home. And then we can run back to the village. And there's another bone mustache skelly man. Be gone. And I saw those villagers actually had pigs. And as luck would have it, I have some carrots, so these pigs can come and follow me. I'm also going to steal all of their seeds. Hehe. And I'm also going to take all of the dirt because that's kind of rare in the desert, because everything is just sand. And I have another pig pen too, so now we have 4 pigs. Oh no, it's getting dark already. And I lost one of the pigs. This is fine. Ah! Vulture. Piggies into the stable. Ugh, skellies. No, I locked myself in a pen. And sleep. No, I cannot sleep! I'm sleeping on the roof. At least these skellies are burning. And there's a mummy with a shovel. No thank you. Now we can get rid of the stinky beetroot and plant all of the carrots up here. Once we have more, we can breed the pigs and have a nice food source. I also crafted an iron axe and spent the rest of the day chopping down desert oak trees. But of course I can't forget to hydrate. Now I have a bunch of wood and also replanted the saplings. Another thing I would like to do is check out this nearby ruined tower. We've got some hay bales and it looks like we have to do parkour to get up to the top. Let's jump over there. Ha! Yes, I made it. And let's just go through the wall. I'm in your walls. 1 barrel. Cobwebs could be nice decor and a golden apple. But what I really need is to gear up and get some armor and good tools and not this wooden garbage I'm carrying. So it's time we go mining. Ugh. But I don't want to go into the scary caves, that would be creepy. I have a much better idea. Let's make an iron pickaxe and also made some doors and then we can just jump into the water because there's this giant water cave here and it has a bunch of good resources. I won't burn in the sun either. Oh my gosh, this is the first time that I mined stone on day 7. That's embarrassing. Underwater door caving is my favorite kind of caving, so I had the time of my life mining up a bunch of iron and coal. Then I went back to the surface to smelt the iron that I found and also check up on the crops I planted, but they hadn't fully grown yet. On day 8 I had lots of iron, so I was able to craft some iron armor, but I also saw it gives me less heat resistance. So when we wear this full set of iron armor, we need to be really careful because now we're gonna get hot way faster, so let's dive back into the water. I want to grab all of the iron that is left here because the next step is going branch mining and getting diamonds. And our first crop has finally grown, so we can breed the first 2 pigs. Hopefully soon there are gonna be a lot more in there, but until then we can pass some time building a beautiful mining outpost. And I have a mod that gives us a bunch of different sandstone blocks so we can make our build truly unique. But to craft a workbench that's gonna give us these blocks, we need to get some bricks. And the only way to get bricks in a desert-only world is to trade with a villager. We need one of them to take the job. Good villager. No, don't leave. No, 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 stupid villager. On day 9, I'd finally trapped a villager. And since we have some emeralds, we can go ahead and trade for some bricks. Thank you, stinky villager. This guy's just going to stay safe in here. And maybe later we can come back and give them a better home. The chip mod has a bunch of work tables that we can craft, like this mason table. And we barely have space in our house for it, so let's try and put it right here. And it looks really cool with an actual grindstone on it. And there's a lot of things we can do with this, because we can just grab a bunch of sand or sandstone, and then we can add it to this mason table. And now we can choose from a bunch of different textures. So we can have cool blocks that look like this. And now we have some really cool bricks. Now we just need to get a bunch of resources, so I'm I'm just going to mine into this hill and try and get a bunch of sand and of course some sandstone. I mined sandstone until my iron pickaxe broke, but then came the fun part, deciding what texture my sandstone house should have. And I decided on these super cool ones. Then I'm also going to use a bunch of desert oak wood. And maybe we could also decorate using some leaves so we can cut down these desert oak leaves. I also just got weakness, mining fatigue, and hunger because I'm so close to burning alive. Let's go back inside and soak in the water. I really need to be careful and remember that the sun is very, very hot. And on day 11, it was finally time to start building. But first I had to get rid of a giant sand boulder that was in the exact location where I wanted to build my house. And while I mined away, I was creepily watched by a vulture that was perching on a nearby cactus. And once the boulder was gone, it was time to build my first house in this world, which is going to be a cute little sandstone mining outpost. And there's a tumbleweed. The desert oak wood almost looks like jungle wood, so it fits the sandstone perfectly. Now we just need to decorate the outside, and I want to make a path going from this house over to this one. And for that, we could also use a bunch of sandstone blocks like these flat sandstone tiles, which are basically the texture of deep slate tiles, but sandy. I also chased the tumbleweed and didn't realize how hot I was getting, and the hearts fully burned up. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, no. Oh my gosh. So this is what happens when you get sunburn. The scary heartbeat got really, really fast, and then I realized I was burning to death. So let's make sure this doesn't happen ever again. And on day 12, I made a sandstone path all the way to my house, but it blends in so well with the sand, so I need to do something about that. So we take a bunch of sand, also throw it into the mason table. Then we could get coarse sand, or maybe some desert sand since we're on the desert. And then we can add a little bit of this different looking sand next to the path. So this is what desert sand looks like. We can also collect a bunch of dead bushes. Also, there's a creepy structure. I'm not scared. Ah, I wasn't scared. And we can add those on my pretty new path. Maybe also some fences and some leaves. This is the start of a beautiful desert village. But I actually made that house to go mining, so let's make some torches. And in this room here, we can dig a little staircase downstairs, hopefully towards the diamonds. I dug a really long staircase, and now I finally hit deep slide level. So diamond tools, here I come. I also hit a little cave while mining, and even though I was scared, I thought it would be a good idea to check it out. Don't ask me why I thought that was a good idea. Diamonds, nope, skelly. And I also just have the wooden sword because I never made a stronger one. So my iron axe is probably better. But will you look at that? There are diamonds in the ceiling. Mine. Mine. First diamonds. More diamonds. Oh yeah, it's a lot of diamonds. There's a hole on the other side. Then I found even more diamonds in the wall. But I also heard a bunch of zombie noises through the wall. And there's a spawner. Okay, let's kill them. Ah! Oh no, oh no. Oh, this is so stupid. Why did I do this? Guys, I'm going to die. No, they blocked it off. They blocked it off. Stupid monsters. Lock myself in. Block myself in. Please go away. Please leave me alone. Also, the worst thing ever. Why do they not have any loot chests? I fought all of them and I don't even get a reward. The zombies are so mean to me. But now I just want to get back to peaceful branch mining and no creepy monsters. That was an Enderman. No more creepy! And my pickaxe broke at the exact time that I got to the ideal Y level for diamond mining. So now I have to go up the entire staircase again. And something very creepy is going on outside. Can you see? There's a storm! It's a sandstorm. I can hear the wind and it's so loud. Oh no, my poor pigs are just out in the sandstorm. I guess we just have to sleep the night away. Oh my gosh, the storm. Yes, it stopped. Hello? It put sand layers on my pretty path. There's no way it just did that. Now I have to clean up. It even put it on the leaves and on my house. And there's a creeper. There are sand layers everywhere. Good that I was hiding in the caves during that storm. Now we also have these sand piles, which we can use like snow and pile them up. After making sure my path was sand-free, I crafted my first diamond pickaxe, and then it was back into the mines for me. There's literally no way. I just mined the first block, and there are diamonds right under me. Branch mining is the best. I found a bunch of good resources on my mining adventures, but the best things were, of course, all of the diamonds I found. Many, many diamonds. We're going to be so rich. I got 17 in total, which doesn't make me super mega rich, but it's hopefully enough to get a bunch of good tools. Oh my gosh, there are a whole bunch of vultures, and I think they're trying to kill the monsters. Now we have a bunch of good resources, and the first thing I'm going to craft with my diamonds is a diamond sword. Be gone, wooden sword. Now I can slay all of the monsters, so why don't we go ahead and pay a visit to one of those creepy structures? Maybe this thing. And of course it's right next to a scary pyramid. They have berry bushes and azalea trees. We could get azalea leaves. I'm stealing this. Oh no. No, no, no. Har. I can hear them and I can see them. Ooh, they have bookshelves. I'm so gonna steal those. Hi, pillagers. I'm coming in through the window. Die, pillagers. Oh, it's a lot of pillagers. Go away. I can hear so many of them, but they also have good loot. No, I'm just going to steal all of their bookshelves, and they can't do anything about it. This is going to be so useful if we decide to make an enchanting table. Go away. Leave. Dude, he shot his own pot. I mean, thank you for revealing all the emeralds. It's also getting dark outside, and I'm super scared. I don't want to be here when all the creepers come out. So I'm just gonna quickly run back home and loot the rest of the mansion another time. Oh no, there are creatures. There's a mummy. Leave. No, I cannot sleep because of the monsters. No, there's a mummy at my door. Not cool. Whoa, that sound was so creepy. Leave me alone. Sleepy time. And now it is finally daytime, and it looks like the vultures are attacking the mummies. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. I also almost got a heat stroke again. And I also just saw I got an efficiency 4 book from the pillagers. And so many more books. And I still haven't looted all the other floors in that house. But today won't be the day I do it because there's a sandstorm. I'm definitely not doing it now. Oh no, look at the poor vulture. It's stuck here during a storm. You want some rotten flesh? Wait, I can tame it? I tamed a vulture. Come on inside. Come on. Come on, little bird. Where are you going? Ow. I guess I'm friends with a vulture now, but it also doesn't care about me at all. It would rather live out here in the storm than be inside with me. My vulture! It was slain by Husk, my first friend, and now it's dead. I'm literally so sad. This is a cruel, cruel desert world. On day 19, the storm was over, my path was covered with sand once more, and all of the vultures had disappeared. I hope the monsters didn't get all of them, but they definitely got the one I tamed, so I'm going to make him a little grave. Here lies Mr. Vulture. He was a bird. I don't really know anything else about him because he died like 1 second after I tamed him. But before any more tragic things happen, we should go back and show that pillager outpost thing who's boss. There's a meerkat. It's so cute. But where we are going, it's not very cute at all. Taste my diamond sword. Ooh, Axeman. Axeman. Dude, he hits so hard. Ooh, silk touch. Are you kidding me? I think there's one more floor. Yes, there is. Axeman! No! No! Hello? Ah! Oh gosh, no, 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 not him. Not him. Where is he? Ah! Stop. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Got him. I got him. Oh, there's so many Vexes. Dude, no. I'm hiding in the water. Oh, they can go in the water. Ah! It's dying. Its time is running out because its master is no more. Die already. Yep, now it's gone. Oh, happy day. Let's go and get all of the loot. But look what I can see here. Beautiful armor with armor trims. That is a cool desert outfit. And they have even more good loot in here. And I almost forgot. I'm getting a totem of undying because I killed that Vex guy. And there's even one more level. Ha, but the monsters aren't here anymore. Ho ho. Diamonds. A cool desert armor trim. Fortune 3. I call that a big win. I have so many resources, I don't even know where to put all of this anymore. So we need an upgrade. I mean, I just borrowed this house from the pillagers when I didn't have anywhere else to go. But now we have good tools and resources, and there's a creeper behind me. And we can go ahead and build our own desert home. And a vulture came back. Do you want to be my friend? Yes. Oh my gosh, we have another vulture. Oh my gosh, I cannot make the same mistake as last time and just leave it out here. We can try crafting a lead. And now the bird cannot escape. We got the bird indoors. And now that we have leads, we can also easily transport villagers. Because I'm gonna need my brick trader for my starter house. Wait, my vulture just teleported to me. No, bad bird. Now let's get the villager to go into this boat. Let's take the workstation and the bed. And the vulture is in the boat too now. That's fine. Now we can take both of them with us. Being able to put a lead on a boat was the best thing that Minecraft ever added to the game. I need to build a house for the villager, but for now he can just go into my mining outpost. I blocked off the mining entrance so the villager can be in here, and he cannot go outside either. My vulture just escaped through the ceiling. This is the absolute worst. No villager! Dang it! On day 21, I tied up the vulture in my house and also found a way for the villager to never escape by just adding a trapdoor here because he cannot go through this. Now we can use all of the emeralds we have to do a bunch of trading. We're going to need a bunch of these brick blocks for our build, but of course we're going to change how they're looking and give them some cool desert vibes in the mason table. I decided on these runic carved bricks which look really cool, but of course I'm going to need more bricks and many blocks of sandstone is what I'm trying to get next. So I'm just going to be here underground getting as many stacks as I can can. On day 22, I crafted my sandstone into a bunch of cool variants and chopped down a bunch of desert oak trees with the diamond axe that I found in the Pillager mansion. And in between gathering resources, I also took some time to harvest my crops because I totally forgot to do that. I totally blame the pillagers. Now we can also breed our pigs again, and hopefully we're gonna get more soon. And we might actually have to move the pigs soon because I want to build my desert house right there. And the vultures are creepily watching me again. We just need to do some terraforming and get rid of all of the sand here and all the sand layers that have fallen during the storms. I moved the pig stable on the other side of this house, and hopefully they can stay here and I don't randomly decide to build another building right here. I also made a diamond shovel so the terraforming goes way faster. This is where our path is going to go, and then down here is a nice big area where we can build. My house is going to be made of different sized cubes made of sandstone and a brick trim so my builds don't fully blend into the sandy environment around us. And that brick trim made such a big difference. It looks so cool, and I also added a creeper thing up here. But creepers aren't going to live here, I'm going to live here. So I need to make this house even more presentable by decorating it with a bunch of desert oak wood. We could have some trapdoor windows because the trapdoors look really cool, and hopefully they won't let a lot of heat through either because I don't want to burn to death in my house. Speaking of burning to death, it's hydrate time. Then we also need to add in a door so the monsters don't come into my house. And I went ahead and built this giant entrance with a lovely overhang so I can be outside of my house without burning in the sun. I'm also going to do the same thing on these windows here because living in the shade is the best thing in the desert. So now this side looks really decorated. I also added some leaves and another overhang over here. But we also got to decorate the upstairs because I want to put a bunch of rooms in here. So now we have another overhang, we got a ceiling in this room, and a door leading out here to the balcony. And this balcony needs to be protected from the sun too. Added a bunch of balconies so this one here can also have an overhang. Now this is what I call a desert home. Now we just need to continue the path over to my house, even though the next sandstorm is probably gonna put a bunch of sand layers on it again. And on day 26 the path was done and looking really nice. So now we can move on to doing the interior. I got myself even more cool sandstone blocks that connect when you place them next to each other, so we can do this really nice border inside. And I filled the parts in between with another one. This looks so cool, like an ancient desert temple. Now we can craft a bunch of chests and bring them over to our new storage room. There's a tumbleweed just bouncing around at my door. This part of the room is going to be my storage room, so we gotta craft a bunch of chests and then we can set them up alongside the wall. So on day 27 it was just a whole bunch of breaking chests and then running back and forth in between my old house and my new house and trying to label all of the chests and make sure everything is sorted. I'm also going to bring my vulture over so he can live in my house, and now it's way bigger and he can fly around in here. We also have a barrel for armor and tools and some workstations, and over in this corner we can put the mason table and of course our furnaces. Of course we also cannot forget about the pillagers' drinking water, so when it gets too hot we can always cool off in the cauldron. I also added some decorated pots outside of the house, and that also reminds me we still have this room up here to decorate. And I think I know exactly who's going to live there, because we still have the poor mason guy locked up in my mining house, so we can give him a much better home with his own room, and he's even going to have his own balcony. This guy made it possible that we could build such a beautiful house with so many bricks, so he deserves a nice room in it. This is your new home, please don't escape. Now our storage house is completed, and now this former pillager house is kind of sad and empty because I took everything out of it. The only thing that's left is our crop farm up here, and we still need to remember to farm it and breed the pigs. We also have a bunch of crops that we could plant, but nowhere to put them. So the next thing we gotta work on is a nice farming area, maybe behind my house here. I don't want to get sunburned while I peacefully farm crops, so we need to build something around it, like a little gazebo. And of course I cannot even farm trees in peace. There's a sandstorm. It's actually giving me slowness, so I cannot even run that fast. Yes, I can sleep. And I was fast enough so the sandstorm didn't cover up my beautiful new path again. I crafted up a bunch of resources, and now we can start building this right next to the pigs, which is the perfect location because every time we farm carrots we can just go over to the pigs and breed them. So hopefully I won't forget to do that in the future so we can actually get some food. I built 2 of these squares, so now we just need to add a gazebo roof on top so the sun cannot reach us. No more burny hot sun. On day 30 I'd finished both of the gazebos, and under here we can start planting crops, but we cannot farm crops on sand. I only have 11 dirt that I stole from the villagers, and that's barely enough for 1 row, so we're going to need a lot more. Let's go back to the village and try stealing more from it there. Hi camel. I really want to get a saddle so I can ride the camel at some point. I mean, I just found a name tag, so maybe the saddle could be my future. There's some more dirt here, so let's take it. That gave us 52 dirt, which is a lot more than what we had earlier. I also thought I could mine dirt underwater, but it's all gravel. And there's a meerkat. Should we try and tame it? Maybe they're like bread. Come here. I have bread. What? It's sitting. Is it following now? Yay! This is the cutest thing ever. Look at it walk. This little guy can watch me while I build my little farm. Look at him. He's just sitting there. Oh my gosh. Dude, this guy just gets cuter every second I look at him. I love this guy so much. I'm also out of dirt again and I haven't even finished filling the first gazebo. So maybe we just have to go and find another village. This little guy has to stay here though, so I'm making him sit down in my house. And he can be friends with my vulture. I hope vultures don't eat meerkats. On day 31, it was time for my little quest for dirt. And I started traveling towards the creepy Pillager mansion again. They also have a bunch of dirt here, so I'm going to steal that. Oh no, they're still here. Nope. I'm leaving. Ow. There's also a creepy desert pyramid and another of those pillager buildings, but it looks like it's a completely different kind. There are camels. It's just a camel house. And there are pillagers in the camel house. I'm gonna kill you through the window. Maybe they have saddles so I could ride and tame a camel. Aw, come on. No saddle. Be gone. Oh, camels. I wish I could tame you. Come on, please have a saddle. Aw, man. Let's see if they have a saddle up here. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Why am I not even wearing armor? I'm so stupid. Oh my gosh. But I did bring it though, but I didn't wear it because it makes me burn in the sun way faster. Leave me be. Goodbye. This better be worth it. They better have a saddle up there. Or leather so I can craft it myself. Ah! Go away, you pillagers. You stink like pee. I'm full of arrows. And there's another one. Now hopefully they're all dead and I can loot this place in peace. Stupid pillagers, I just wanted to get some dirt. Ooh, a rare torch flower. I'm taking that. I'm scared. Ah! 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 Where did he come from? Where did he come from? Let's be brave. Let's go upstairs. Axe guy. Axe guy's here. But I'm getting him. I'm not scared. Please have a saddle. Curse of Vanishing. Who wants Curse of Vanishing? Where are the pillagers? No, I put my sword in this! From Minecraft. Wait, they also have a bunch of saplings, so we could maybe get some spruce wood. I did a bunch of slaying and finally made my way all the way to the top of the building, but still no saddle. I think I got all of them. Please be a saddle. Oh, come on! But at least I'm not going to die because there's wool here and I can craft a bed. I'm sorry, camels, I won't be able to ride you just yet. But one day I will, but first I'm going to get some dirt. After a little bit of swimming in the ocean, I finally found another village. Hello there. I'm taking this. Hee. Now we have 53 dirt and I also found a little mini oasis, which also has a little bit of dirt. I think. No, wait, that's coarse dirt, but we can still use that. And jackpot, another oasis. So we can also pick up the dirt from the side of the rock. Wait, there's a secret room down here. Look, there are cobwebs. Hello? Is that a secret? Whoa, please have a saddle. Dang it. It says help. No, that's scary. I feel so bad for that person, but I'm taking their gold. And some potion of healing. I mean, good for me. Oh no, it's a sandstorm. I'm just going to swim home underwater and hope I don't die. The sun is setting though, so maybe we can soon sleep the storm away. Please let me sleep. Yes! And I'm right in front of the creepy pyramid. I'm scared. Let's go back home really fast. I don't want to make the advancement in Ancient Tomb. I don't want to be here. I'm only going to go in there when I'm super strong and have an enchanted diamond sword. Home sweet home, and we can continue building our little farm. Now we have dirt in both of the gazebos, so we can turn all of it into farmland. I'm going to plant wheat seeds in the small one and carrots in the big one. We don't have a lot of carrots though, but once we fill this, each harvest is going to give us a bunch of food. Sorry, pigs. On day 34, I got the big brain idea to make bone meal out of all the bones that the tumbleweeds keep dropping. And then we can speed up the growth process and get even more carrots. Now this is looking much better. Now that I moved into my beautiful new home, I also realized this one now stands empty, and that's kind of sad. So why don't we move another villager here? And I would also love to get to 30 levels so I can do some enchanting. So I'm just going to take this guy and he's going to be our farmer. And I'm going to try to get him to trade carrots and wheat because that's the crops we have. Hello, villager. Take all of this. I bought some food, so we're definitely not going to starve. And also just realized something really cool because I found a bunch of rabbit hide in that camel pillager mansion. And you can actually craft rabbit hide into leather. So now we can craft a saddle. And then we can finally ride a camel. There was a camel walking around the village, so we could tame that. Yay, there it is. I think we actually need to tame it using Cactus. Oh my gosh, it's getting up for us. That is so cute. Yay! You want the saddle? Now we get on the camel and we can ride it. This is going to be so fun. And it's actually perfect timing because I want to go on a little adventure again and try and find a lava lake. Because then I can get obsidian and then I can craft an enchanting table. And I'm going to name my camel Camellia. I came across another village, so I had to steal all of their hay bales again. There's also a random structure in the village and it has a diamond. Please don't be a trap. It's not a trap. Diamonds. I mean, I haven't found lava, but I just found a ruined portal hill, and it has the obsidian we need, so we don't need to find a lava lake. And it also has some loot. Now let's mine up all of this. Let's sleep in the desert and go back home tomorrow. But before we go, there's this weird building over there. I want to check it out. We're so far away from home, so I'm not sure if we would find it again if I left now. So now I just have to get distracted. It doesn't look like anything evil lives here. We've got a bunch of beds, some loot. I think this is some kind of abandoned home where people used to live, but now nobody lives here anymore, probably because it got too hot. And Camellia has run away, left me. Aw, she's sitting on the hill. Come on, we gotta get home before anything crawls out of this tower. It was nice getting a bunch of stuff without having to fight any monsters. And on the way back home, I came across another village, so I stole all of their food again. Teehee. And when I made it back home, my first thought was, what is this new structure? And then I realized it was my home, Pro Minecraft. And even though we just wanted to get obsidian, we got a whole bunch of other cool loot. The best thing is, of course, all of the hay bales, so now I can trade with the villager and get a bunch of XP. And we can also get some more bricks from this guy, because I'm gonna need them for my next build. And what a great timing to hit level 30, because my next build is going to house the enchanting table. But instead of just building a new build, I had an idea to restore this tower here, and then this is going to be an enchanting tower. Maybe before we start transforming the tower, we could try and get the enchanting table together, because then we could get an efficiency pickaxe. But I'm out of wood again, so we need to chop down a lot more if you want to craft all of the 15 bookshelves. Now we have a bunch of planks, so we can get a bunch of bookshelves. We only need 15. And of course we gotta set up the enchanting table in the tower, and it's going to go right in here. We just need to get rid of all of the stuff that the civilization before us left behind. I have a feeling it was stinky pillagers. We gotta line this up with the center of the tower so the enchanting table can go here, and the books all around it. Now we need a lapis, and I'm also going to make a new diamond pickaxe because mine isn't looking so good anymore. We can only enchant one thing, so it better be good. Fortune 3. Oh, come on! You scammers! You mean little scammers. But not all is lost thanks to the pillagers. I know, right? Because they had a bunch of enchanted books in their loot chests, and one is efficiency 4. So we put that on the anvil, which I also stole from the pillagers, and now we have an efficiency 4 pick. Now mining sandstone is going to go super fast. It's instant mine, which is so good. The most satisfying thing ever. And 2 minutes later, and I had 8 stacks of sandstone. Now that's what I call a successful mining trip. Now we just need to use the mason table to give them a cool texture. And of course I chose this one again. It's just too good. Oops, I just broke my entire floor. I need to remember I have a fast pickaxe now. I also got some new brick types from the stonecutter, and these ones here are called bricks, which I thought was super funny. I put together a chest full of resources, so now we can start transforming the tower. This is going to be so much fun. Transforming a building is so different from just building a new one. First I had to replace all the sandstone with the different textured blocks and fill in all the empty spots of the tower too, while working my way up to the top. But of course I also gave this tower a little bit of my own creativity, and now it has a bunch of fun new additions. This was the tower before, and this is the tower now. I think it is looking really cool. Let's also decorate this place and add some pots and a little bit of greenery, even though those leaves are super dry. But that kind of matches the desert vibes. Now we just need to get more XP so we can also enchant my diamond axe and of course my sword. And most of my crops have already grown, so we can harvest that. And we got over 2 stacks of carrots from this harvest, so now we can breed a bunch of pigs. And to get even more XP, we can trade with the villager. And just like that, I'm level 27 already. Maybe the easiest way to get more XP fast is to go and slay a bunch of creatures. So I'm going to take my totem of undying, and I also need to wear some armor, oh my gosh. And then we can take Camellia and ride her over to a different structure. I'm not going into the pyramid yet though, but I saw another creepy structure nearby. Also look how cool my tower looks from a distance. It's this structure over there. It looks super creepy. Wait, are those villagers? Maybe this isn't dangerous. But I need it to be dangerous because I need XP. Oh, come on. But hey, if it isn't dangerous, they won't mind me stealing all of their stuff, right? Huh. Hi, villagers. What was that noise? I heard something creepy. Dude, this pot is alive. Hello? Dude, the pot lived. What is going on here? A mimic pot? Can I place it down? No, it's alive again. Leave. I don't trust this villager outpost or whatever this is. This pot is not alive. What's in there? A fancy purple wool block. That is cool. Wait, this pot is alive. Whoop, tumbleweed. Hello? Ah! Dude, did you guys see that? A thing with teeth comes out. No, this is too scary. I do not like that. Blah, 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 blah. What's in here? Ooh, an enchanted sword. I just wanted XP and now I'm getting a whole room full of good loot. Hi, villagers. What are these villagers? No. Dude, these villagers are not nice. Dude, they're villager bandits. Oh my gosh, they have knockback. I don't want to kill them because I saw iron golems in that building. And those would kill me one hit and I don't want to lose my totem. So I'm gonna loot this place while trying to not let them catch me. Do they have enchanted iron armor? It has rehydration. Thank you very much. Is the golem coming after me? Or is he coming after the bandits? Ha! Wait, the golem is on my side. Ow! So I can kill the bandits too. So maybe I can get XP after all. Hello? Blah, blah, blah. These pots are fake. My pants are rehydrating me and I don't need to go into the water or drink anything. On day 43, I kept exploring the bandit outpost and unalived a bunch of stinky villager bandits. And there are so many fake pots. Dude, no. Go away. And I almost died to a bandit. No, guys, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna pop my totem. Ah! That is so embarrassing. I'm not even on hard mode for Minecraft. Those stupid bandits, because of them I almost lost all of my XP. At least I'm level 28 already. And that guy is still coming after me. I mean, if you insist, get wrecked. At least a good thing that came out of losing my totem was that I got these rehydration pants. Because I've never gone this long without burning in the sun. And we can also place down some of this fancy carpet that we found. Let's also give this mimic pot a home. It can go in this pen. Ow! And that creature who comes out of it can also live there. Now we just do some more villager trading. And look at that, level 30, here we come. Let's enchant my diamond axe, silk touch and efficiency 4. Now chopping down trees is going to be a lot faster, which is perfect because I want to do a lot more building. I tamed a bunch of animals and they're just sitting all over my base. So they all need a home of their own. The first animal home I want to build is a stable for Camellia, Tumbleweed. So I spend the rest of the day getting all the usual resources together again. But on day 45 there was a desert storm again, so I quickly hurried all my animals inside except Camellia, who sadly had to stand outside in the storm. At least we're all safe in here, but I cannot build a camel stable in this storm, so we're going to have to wait it out. But on day 46 the storm was finally over, but of course everything was covered in sand once again. But I think that's just something you have to live with when you're living in the desert. Now let's take all of our resources and start building the camel stable. This camel stable is going to be really big, almost as big as my house, because the pillagers had a giant camel stable and we cannot do worse than the pillagers. And then we can build up the walls using these beautiful sandstone bricks. And look, the wandering trader spawned for the first time with only one llama. I don't want any of this, but I do want that llama. I'm going to be nice to villagers, so I'm not going to kill the wandering trader. And instead I'm going to separate him from his llama. Yes, free leads and free llama. Now we can try taming the llama. Tumbleweed. But later the llama can also move into the camel stable and live here with Camellia. So it's a win-win for everyone. Well, except for the trader who didn't sell anything. The pants are only working a little bit, but I'm still burning to death. Oh no, 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 no. In the water we go. I thought I didn't have to carry tons of water bottles in my inventory anymore because of the rehydration enchantment. But I guess I still have to do that. Unless we have leather now. And with a little bit of iron we can make a water skin. And I think it can hold a bunch of water. Look at this. It has 16 rings. No more inventory full of water bottles. We only have one of them now. It's also nighttime. I'm scared. On day 47, it was back to building my beautiful camel stable while always making sure I drink enough water. We got 3 big entrances with a nice overhang so the sun doesn't burn the camels. Then of course we added the beautiful trim out of brick blocks and finished off the building with a nice flat roof. I also added the little creeper face on the roof again to match my own starter house. Now we just have to decorate Camellia's stable, and a camel's favorite food is cactus. So we can give this place a little cactus theme by adding a bunch of potted cactus plants. But I don't want to lock Camellia in there. I want her to experience the desert and roam outside too if she wants to. But I don't want her to run away, wander off and die somewhere, like my vulture. So I'm going to build a little fenced off enclosure around the stable so she can roam free in here. On day 48 I decorated the wall by adding some slabs in between and breaking the blocks underneath the slabs and adding in some fences because that looked way better. And the entrance can have some fence gates so I can easily get in and out. Now we have this beautiful sandstone enclosure around the stable, and Camellia can already move into her new home. Oh, and she's escaping straight away. Why? Why can you walk over fences? Now we add another row of fences here, and now she shouldn't be able to run away. Now she sits and she's happy. Of course we gotta make a path from the camel stable over to my house, so it can go up a little step here, and then we can dig our way all the way through our house, and also remembering to hydrate. Then we can also get rid of a couple blocks and add in some coarse sand. And Camellia still hasn't escaped, which is good. And we have so many sand piles, so we can also decorate with them and add these beautiful little sand piles. They give this place so much more detail and it's looking really nice. Like, look at how detailed this is. Then we can also add some fence gates and leaves alongside the path. And on day 49, the path was done. But Camelia's enclosure still needs to be decorated. And of course, we gotta give her more cactus. The problem is that camels take damage when they're next to a cactus. But I added a mod that makes cactus really useful. I think we have to shear a cactus. Ow, I got poked. Let's shear it again. Ow, it keeps poking me. Ow. And I'm getting cactus skin in my inventory. I guess that's why it poked me. Sorry, Vulture, this is my cactus now. That was very painful, but now we have a bunch of cactus. Ouch. Now we have dried cactus, and we can use that to build up an actual cactus in Camelia's stable. And since these are building blocks now, we can build a really big cactus too. Basically a giant cactus like this one. So now Camelia's stable is completed. And today is day 50 and I had the idea to bring a bunch more camels into the enclosure so Camelia isn't alone. And I do know of a place that had a bunch of camels. A place that is now empty of pillagers because I slayed them all. Hello again, Camel City. I'm just going to punch a hole into the wall. Come on, camels. Yes, get up. Let's go. I'm going to bring 3 camels with me so Camelia has a lovely family. And home sweet camel stable. Let's get all of them in here. Now they can free roam in this area and of course they're all sitting down at once. But another thing I need to do is harvest all of my crops again. And then we can also breed our pigs again. And look, our pig population has grown so much. And I just ran out of bread, so now it's piggy time. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I got so much pork chops, so now we smelt that down in the smoker, which means it's melting way faster. And now we're no longer low on food. Let's go. Dude, the vulture's eyeing me up. Okay, do you want this? He ate it. I also noticed a really cool thing because look, cactus armor. Let's make a full set of cactus armor. I'm a cactus. This is so ridiculous. Look at me. And I also have strength and fire resistance from this armor. But I can't poke anything, which is good because we're dealing with a bunch of animals and I don't want to accidentally prick them to death. This graveyard is not expanding. My animals are going to live. We can also craft cactus tools like this cactus sword. And now that we have 30 levels, maybe we should enchant this one instead of the diamond sword. Come on, give me something good. I'm breaking. Okay, this is a really good sword, even though Bane of Arthropods is kind of bad. There's also another tool that we can craft, a cactus hammer. It breaks blocks in a 3x3 area. Okay, I need to try this. Let's do this. Wait, this is so good for getting rid of all of the sand layers. Take that, sandstorm. I'm going to get rid of all of this super fast. Cactus is finally useful. Be gone, sand layers. It would be cool if I could enchant my entire set of cactus armor, and then we can go in all the creepy structures in this world, but the XP grind with the villagers is really slow, so I have another idea. All we need is a chest, a hopper, and a couple slabs, and then we can go down into our mines to where I found the zombie spawner, because we're gonna do the classic Minecraft thing and make an XP farm. I just wanted to dig into the direction of the spawner next to the staircase, and here we have diamonds. That is so funny. And we have a fortune pig so we can get lots of them. Best day ever. Not best day ever. Is this a trial chamber? Okay, that is so funny. Whoop. No. I mean, I wanted an XP farm, right? We can farm XP from these guys. Rawr. Die, little zombies. Die. Let's be brave and go inside. Ah! Dude, I got a key. I got a key. Where did it go? Wait, the key's down here. Stupid breeze. Why did I decide to go here? I just wanted to build a zombie XP farm. Why do I always get distracted? And I'm just going to open this with a zombie growling in the background. Yes. Ah! Ah! How did it get here? How did it get here? But yay, look, I got a bunch of cool stuff, like an unbreaking bow and an ominous bottle, which I'm not going to use. Chicken jockey. I got another key. Come on, diamond armor. Something good. Come on. Arrows. Ooh, emeralds. That is good. That was creepy. Let's leave again and try and find a way around the trial chamber so I can easily get to the XP farm. And after a bunch of aimless digging, I finally found the cave that had the XP farm. Now let the digging begin. I have to dig 4 blocks in every direction and also 4 blocks down, but I didn't realize that my pickaxe was so close to breaking. I just found diamonds in the wall, but I also almost destroyed my precious pickaxe, so I'm not going to mine those diamonds just yet. And I have to go all the way back up to my base to repair that pick. After slowly making my way up the staircase again, I put my pickaxe on the anvil and repaired it using diamonds. And that also cost me precious XP, but at least we're getting that back soon. Now we go all the way back down and we can continue digging, but we can also mine our beautiful diamonds. 10 more diamonds with fortune 3. Now we add a bunch of water to this room, and this is going to push the zombies all the way over here, and then they're going to drop down and they're going to get pushed down a hole, and this is going to be the kill chamber where I stand with my prickly cactus sword. Now we just have to get rid of all the torches on the spawner and not die to the zombies. And then we can go downstairs. Ah! I didn't cover it up. Dude, I'm so stupid. Let's do this really fast. We also gotta make sure no baby zombies can come through, so we can add a slab here. Hello, zombies. There's no escape. On day 54, I spent the whole day slaying zombies. I also noticed that my cactus sword must have some kind of mending enchantment because it kept repairing itself. On day 55, I was already at level 31, but decided to keep going so I could enchant several things at once. On day 56, I decided I had enough of the creepy zombies, and I'm at level 37, so that means we can enchant at least 3 times. But first, we tend to our crops and make sure we get some more pigs to slay. Food, glorious food. No! Sandstorm! You can't get me this time, pesky sandstorms. Today's the day we enchant. But I found out that you cannot enchant the cactus armor, so I guess we gotta upgrade to the next best thing. We have 21 diamonds, so let's make a diamond chestplate, the boots, and we can also do the leggings. Let's do the chestplate. It's just fire protection. I'm breaking 3. That one is good. Now we can move faster. Let's also enchant the bow. Yes, dude, an infinity bow. That is so good. We also just need 1 more level again, so give me the XP, villager. Let's do the sword. I like to slay. Yes, sharpness. Now we are really strong. And the desert around us is still full of so many mysterious structures, and I want to try and discover all of them within the 100 days. With the end game being, of course, the scary pyramids. I just need to find a way to travel long distances without burning in the sun because the diamond armor gives me so much minus heat resistance. But you know what armor doesn't give me that? The cactus armor. So we might not be able to enchant it, but on the other hand, it doesn't make us burn in the sun. So it's a nice balance. And I'm still going to bring my diamond armor to put it on once we go into structures. On day 58, I got on Camellia and decided to go into this direction. Let's go past the scary pyramid. And look, there's already a little structure. And it has a diamond. Let's see if Camellia can dash over this ravine. Come on. Whoa, we did it. We traveled through the blazing hot desert and I always remembered to hydrate. And then I came across a little creature that I've never seen before. Hello? This isn't a meerkat. Wait, I can tame it. It's eating my precious pork chops. But it's fine because I love it. Ah! It's a little desert fox with big ears. Look at this little baby. I wanted to go on a big journey, but I need to bring this guy home now. Look at this guy run. That is so adorable. Look at this cute little baby. Come on. You can go inside my house. Ah! I'm going to make the little guy lie down on my carpet. Absolute cuteness overload. We have so many cute, adorable creatures here. I love this bird. But now it's gonna get serious. No more cuteness overload and more pillager fighting. Well, that is something that I have seen before and didn't want to see again. Not the hyena. Dude, I mean, I do wonder if we could tame it. Why am I like this? Don't take my camel. Ah! Ah! Wait, I can't tame it? Whoa, no, don't kill me, I swear. Not my XP. Not my XP levels! Stupid hyena. You're so mean, you're evil. Please be my friend. Ah! Don't laugh at me. I tamed it. You won't kill me, right? Dude, that guy just doesn't care about me. You're drowning, you idiot. Come on, get out of the water. I think hyenas are like vultures. When you tame them, they won't attack you anymore, but they also won't follow you around. And we have to go back home again. Bad hyena. Vultures, do not attack my hyena. I'm sleeping. Come on, Camellia, get up. We're just going home really fast. Ah! No! Do not hurt the hyena. Dude, the vulture is circling. No. I have to be careful when I bring it home because it's going to eat all of my pets if I'm not careful enough. What a great timing for a desert storm. Thanks to the storm, it was a really slow and painful journey and I had no idea if I was actually going the right way. There's an oasis. Maybe we can seek shelter there. The hyena can sit down here. I'm gonna tie up Camellia over here. I mean, these animals are used to that kind of weather. But I'm not, so I'm going to hide in the secret cave. And that's a different one than the one I found before. So all of the stuff is here. Like the help sign, which is sad. The storm outside is terrifying, but at least I have cookies. And when I woke up in the morning of day 60, everything was quiet again. And it looks like both of my animals have survived. And now that I no longer had sand flying into my eyes, I could easily recognize the way home. Why did I just get mining fatigue? Every time I go near one of these pyramids, something creepy happens. And here we are, home sweet home. And the hyena isn't going to go anywhere near my other pets. You can go into my mining outpost. Now sit down here. You're so cute. And you have a lot of teeth. I'm scared. Now let's go back to traveling for the 3rd time. On my travels, I came across majestic landscapes, which of course always had a creepy pyramid. It's like it's trying to tell me to get brave and go in there already. And there's also this thing. Let's cross the river and check it out. It kind of looks like a sphinx, and maybe it has some loot. I mean, it has a cute little bunny, which I'm not going to get distracted by. Maybe we can dig into it, and maybe there's something here. Please don't have TNT. Aha! There is something here. Everything in the desert must have a secret. This is amazing. We're rich. And Camellia is resting. That is so cute. On day 61, I was eager to fight some creatures, so I went looking for danger. I say that, but I also ran away when I saw a creeper coming out of a cave. Go away. I'm not scared. Ooh, what is that? I've never seen that structure before. A tower with a little flag. Hello, it's me. Anybody home? I don't think anybody's home. Are you kidding me? A diamond chestplate. It looks like it's just a random outpost without any enemies. But I want to go fight something. Not this one though, I'm scared. What in the world is just loading in? That one looks scary, but not as scary as the pyramid. So we are going in there. This place looks kind of cozy, but that could also be a trick. So I'm going to set my spawn up here. And now let's run down the hill. Ah! No, you're not. No, I don't have time for you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor little hyena didn't deserve this. Let's put on our diamond armor. We can make a little staircase so we can easily escape later. Why did I just get mining fatigue? There must be some curse on this place. No, there's a pyramid on it too. Let's just swim up here. Hello. There are guardians and the pyramid has generated into the structure. Now that's what I call creepy. Wait a moment, I have an infinity bow. I can just do this. Get wrecked. Die, little fishies. It was nice not knowing you, little fishies. And now we can go down here. It's not safe. It's not safe. Who are you? Dude, it's like a diver. Guardian of the oasis. I'm so sorry that I have to kill you then. Because I don't want to hurt you. I just want to steal all of your stuff. That guy just won't die. Please, I have things to do. Okay, I just saw something walk in there. Dude, I'm so scared. Oh no, it's a baby mommy. Leave me alone. I just want to take the diamond and hopefully it's not a trap. Diamond. Let's quickly loot this place and then get out of here. Diamond. Yes. Oh my gosh. Let's quickly go up and let's go deep. Oh my gosh. Stupid wandering trader. Why must it jump scare me? And sleep. No, there are monsters nearby. Creeper. Oh man, no. Please be water. Oh my gosh, it was water. Now we are going back home because that was way too terrifying. My inventory is full of good loot, so I can't loot any more places anyway. So the pyramid has to wait for next time. After an excruciatingly long journey in the blazing sun, I finally made it back home. After all that traveling, Camellia deserves a good rest and a little cactus snack. And I need to go soak in the water because the sunburn is bad. And it looks like all of my animals are well and the little fox is still sleeping. It's so cute. Oh yeah, and the hyena is also still alive. It looks like it feels bad about something. And we still have a bunch of space around my base, so we can build some homes for the animals, starting with the meerkats because they've been sitting here for a long time. I just need a little bit of sandstone for this build, so I don't think I even have to gather resources. A good spot for the enclosure could be right here next to the pigs, so let's get rid of this little rock and also chop down a bunch of trees. On day 64, I started building the enclosure, which was made of a round sandstone wall and a little cave in the middle. Then I added some fences so I can easily enter and exit the enclosure, and also some greenery, so I started adding leaves all around the building. I also added leaves inside of the enclosure so the meerkats can play in them, and maybe they also like a little warm rock where they can sit in the sun, so I built that too. We can also add some more dead bushes around the place, and use the sand piles to decorate the place even more. They're going to have so much fun playing in here. Now we can take the little meerkats and bring them over to their new home. I'm so excited for this, so look at them, they fit right into this place. But I think 2 meerkats isn't enough because they always live in a big group, so I want to tame a lot more of them. I think they eat everything, so I brought a bunch of rotten flesh from the zombie farm, and maybe we could try breeding them. Oh my gosh, where is it? Dude, this is so cute. That is the cutest thing ever. And now we can go out and tame some more in the wild. On day 65, I found a bunch of meerkats and tamed all of them. Now they can all live in their new home, but the funniest thing is that they look so adorable, but the sound they make is a literal screeching noise like a bird. I want this area here to be kind of like my little desert zoo, so we're going to put even more enclosures in here. But that means we're going to have to do a bunch of terraforming back here. So I went back down to the mines to pay another visit to the zombie XP farm. Now I have a bunch of XP levels and we can make a new shovel. The enchanting table only gave me efficiency 3, so instead of doing that, I enchanted the diamond leggings and got only unbreaking, which also kind of sucked. But then the enchants reset and I had efficiency 4. Oh my gosh, this is such a good shovel. Now digging sand is gonna go super fast, so I got rid of a huge chunk of the terrain. I also very messily planned out where all of the enclosures should go, so we have to build 3 more. And I want the next one to be for the hyena. Look at this cute little guy, he deserves a home. I need to do a little bit more sandstone mining underground, and my sandstone mining room is getting bigger and bigger. And then we can experiment with more cool textures. I want to try this one. We can use those columns as the wall blocks and some small sandstone bricks in between. This isn't going to stop the hyena from escaping though, and I don't want it to escape into this pen and kill all of my meerkats. So I also crafted a bunch of fences, and we can add those in between the columns. And some trapdoors on top for aesthetic purposes. No one's escaping out of this place if there wasn't this giant gap in the wall, because I want the hyena to have a cozy home where it can sleep and also take shelter from the heat. So I built up some more sandstone brick walls, added in some trapdoor windows, and built a roof out of desert oak slabs on top. I also almost got an extreme heat stroke again because I didn't pay attention. And on day 69, the little hyena house was done. We got a bunch of overhangs where the hyena can hide from the sun, and the room inside is like a little cave so it can take shelter. To decorate it some more, I'm going to mine out some andesite in the caves, and we can use those to create a sunning rock where the hyena can bask in the sun. I'm definitely not going to use this rock, it's already hot enough in the desert. And if the hyena feels the same way, we can also give it a little pond to cool off. I will definitely be using this. Now this place is decorated so the hyena can move in. I put him on a lead so he cannot escape and kill the meerkats because he totally would do that. Yep. Now you can sit down. Don't escape. Do not escape. You can sit down on the sunning rocks, and you're not going to hurt those beautiful vultures or the meerkats. Before we get to the next enclosure, I need to reduce my pig population because there are so many I can't even get out of the pen anymore. And I gave us a whole stack of pork chop. For the vulture home, I want to build an aviary, which is an enclosure where we keep birds. So we're actually going to need a lot of glass. Good that we live in the desert, so smelting sand is not a problem. But I also want to change how this glass is looking. For all of the stony blocks, we can use the mason table, but for glass, we use the glass blower. We just need a couple bricks. We also need to craft a blast furnace, and now we can make the glass blower. I don't have any space left in my storage to put this, but we have a ladder going up to our balcony, and that one is still completely empty, so we can put it right here. And just like the mason table, it looks really detailed. Now when we put the glass in, we can have all of these textures, and we can get even cooler ones when we dye the glass. So let's craft some white stained glass. I think I'm going to get this circular white stained glass, and it looks really beautiful. On day 71, I put together the rest of the resources for the aviary, and I couldn't do much else because I had to stay indoors and wait out the sandstorm. Now my base is a mess of sand piles again, but I'm just going to ignore that and go ahead and build the aviary. My aviary build ended up looking like a detailed desert greenhouse, and I'm very okay with that. In fact, I think it would be funny if we turned this into a little cactus greenhouse where vultures live. So let's add some shelves to the walls using slabs, and here we can add some potted cactus. And we're getting sunburn inside of this building because it has a glass roof, which is kind of creepy, but I guess it also makes sense. I also want to change the color of the floor and add some coarse sand. And then we can also add some cactus in the middle of the building because vultures don't take damage on them and they love sitting on them too. This room is looking really cool but very prickly, so I don't want to get too close to the cactus. We can also decorate the outside with big potted plants, and I like to put the small pots into the big ones, then a dead bush inside like it's a little tree, and then leaves on top of it. We could even add some pottery sherds to make decorated pots, and I think that looks even better because it has a little tree on it like a desert tree. So that's the closest symbol we get for a cactus greenhouse aviary. Now we can move the birds in there. After I hydrate because I'm getting sunburn. The first bird to move into the aviary is of course our own vulture that we tamed, but I still have to tie it up because I cannot make it sit down and then it's always going to teleport to me. And I don't want it to teleport to me when I'm fighting the pyramid. So the other vultures that I want to put in there cannot be tamed. I just need to catch them. The best place to find them is on a cactus. Come on, little bird. Yay! Now I got you. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. And 3 more! Oh my gosh, we got 4 birds all flying after me, which is so cute. Vultures could actually be my enemy because as soon as any mob gets under 50% health, they swoop down and take them out and eat them probably. So if I was low in health, they would probably do the same to me. But so far they haven't done it and I want it to stay that way. Dude! The vulture just killed one of my pigs! And now it's stuck in the pig pen. Come on, little birds. And those can fly free in here. And they're all going to sit on the cactus. That is beautiful. Look at the little birds. And this one is a very bad bird. No, it swooped back in. Come on, I will save you. Oh no, it's getting trampled by all of the pigs. This is so tragic. Come on, bird. Yes, I freed it. No more pig killing for you, only peaceful cactus enclosure times. Our little desert zoo is looking so cool already, and there's one last enclosure we gotta build. The one for the little fox. Look at this little guy sleeping on my bed. That is so adorable. I love this little guy so much. I have so many bricks from trading with the villagers, so I'm going to try to use a bunch of them for my build. I made some nice borderless bricks. I do love the bricks, but I also want to use a bunch of sandstone for a really special build. Well, let's start with the wall of the enclosure using these beautiful bricks, and then some more bricks in between. After giving the brick wall the last finishing touches, I proceeded to build a really cool home for the foxes. I mean, you can't have a desert world without building at least one pyramid, and the foxes are going to live inside of it. On day 75, I continued building up the wall of the pyramid until I reached the very top, and then added some decorated pillars in front of it like I've seen on all of the creepy pyramid structures. Now this looks ominous, but also kind of cute. I added the usual desert flora, dead bushes, and dried leaves, and this tiny little baby fox can move into it. This is by far the most adorable creature in the desert for sure. Just look at it run, it's so cute. And after a lot of screaming about how cute the fox is, it finally moved into this place. Look at the little guy, it's sleeping in the pyramid. The enclosures might be done, but the area around it is a huge mess. On day 76, the great zoo decorating project began with a path leading to every animal enclosure. Of course, I didn't have enough sandstone for the entire path, so I spent the majority of the day in the sandstone mines. After that, I had to repair my diamond pickaxe, and then the decorating continued. Alongside the path, I added fences and leaves and the occasional dead bush for the dry, dead desert vibes. I also did some more terraforming, so there will be enough space for a desert zoo entrance. And that is what I worked on day 78. After gathering all of the resources, I got to work and constructed an arched gateway that would serve as the entrance to my desert zoo. I also built a wall next to it, but decided not to expand it around the entire zoo because I would have to move the pig pen again. And those poor piggies deserve a break, especially since I unalive them for food all the time. Instead, I decorated the gate with bushes inside pots. And I think this looks really cool, the entrance to the desert zoo. Tumbleweed. I also decided to plant some trees around the zoo so the area would feel a bit more lush. So now the desert zoo is finally done. We got 4 amazing enclosures full of cute little animals, and some of them will laugh at you when you drop your ice cream in the zoo. And some would totally eat you, but I forgive them because they're cute birds. I've built so much here already and explored a lot, but now it's finally going to get dangerous. We are finally going to go into that creepy desert pyramid, the hardest to defeat structure in this world. There will be mining fatigues, riddles, and monsters. I enchanted most of my diamond armor already, but I still need a diamond helmet, and we can try and get a good enchant on it. Respiration, blast protection, that is good. I hope there won't be any TNT traps in the pyramid, but if there are, I'm going to be protected. I also collected a bunch of food, and for the pyramid, I'm going to take the golden carrots. We also need a shield, and I think now we are totally ready for danger. I'm not scared. After a lot of procrastinating and totally not being scared, it was finally time to head over there on day 80. Now I just need to figure out where the entrance to this place is, and I just got mining fatigue. I brought some building blocks so we can climb up here, and it looks like there really is a hole up here. Are they really making me jump down there? I don't trust this, so I'm going to go down like this. Okay, this looks super scary. And there's a little child already. Good that I brought my infinity bow. Get wrecked. And now maybe we try to bucket clutch. Oh no, there are so many monsters. I'm going to shoot all of them, and then I'm going to bucket clutch. And bucket clutch. Yes, I did it. Okay, this place looks super creepy. And it looks like I have to solve a riddle to actually get through to the pharaoh. Because yes, there's a pharaoh and I have to kill him. There are even more riddles. And there's a monster spawner. Lovely. I have mining fatigue, so it's going to be super hard to break those monster spawners. Please. Ah! Nope. It won't work. They will keep spawning and I won't have time to break it. What's the book saying? Oh, come on. It's going to be another riddle. I don't know what any of this means. Let's press the button. Ah! 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 Dude! Not cool. Not cool. So apparently you have to solve the riddle right and not just press the button, or creatures will fall from the ceiling. My diamond armor is making me so strong though. Shield! Haha! You hear so many creepy noises and I don't like it. I need to get rid of the monsters and also figure out how to do this riddle. We got a bunch of numbers on the sign saying where they should point, so maybe that's where the swords should point. And it looks like the swords actually have names like the numbers on the sign. So I think I might know how to solve the riddle. I just can't get to it because creatures keep spawning. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna scaffold up. Gather around, children. You're here to witness this beautiful riddle. But first you die. Sword number 2 has to point at number 4. Number 3 has to point at 1. 1 points at 4. And 4 4 points to 3. Is it right? Did it work? I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, I'm stupid. I think I have to press the button. Press the button. Did you hear that sound? That it was correct above the zombie growling. The fire lit up, so we did it right. Let's do this one next, the ones with the banners. This riddle is even weirder. First I thought I have to put something in this item frame, but it could also be that I have to figure out which of all of these banner combinations make one of these 4 banners. That would mean there are 4 possible options, and if I get it wrong, I'm probably gonna get another trap triggered. I literally have no idea which one it could be, so I'm just gonna do all of them. Wait, did I do it right? The fire is on, but I didn't hear a little sound. And whatever this is didn't get triggered. I imagine this is the trap. Now 2 of the fire pits are lit up, and there's 1 more, and these weird books here. These ones here must have something to do with the fact that there are always 15 pages open on both of the books. And the dots must be some sort of clue. There are exactly 15 dots, so maybe there's something on page 15. There's nothing on page 15. Over here we only have 8 dots. Maybe there's something on page 8. There's not. I did it right. I am so smart. Now all 3 of them are lit, but nothing happened. Wait, actually something did happen. The way down opened up and a little child wants to kill me. Bucket clutch. There's just a room full of creepy statues. And this is where we continue. More creepy rooms. There's a creepy library. And there are some barrels with gunpowder. Copper. Okay, there's some decent loot in here. I'm scared. This is like a maze down here. I don't know where anything is. It's literally a dead end. These rooms don't lead to anything. But in this room with the many barrels, there's actually this trapdoor. And it does lead to somewhere. I think that's water. Oh no, I'm going to drown down here. I need to go fast. Wait, I'm so glad I have respiration on my helmet now. This was the best enchant ever. Underwater maze. Underwater maze. Wait, there's another trapdoor. I found it. Whatever it is. It looks creepy. Cake! That is for sure a trap. Oh, this is so a trap. I can see it. I'm not falling for it. It looks like we have to keep going this way. Lovely. Parkour. We won't get impaled. Look at this cute kitty cat banner. That's adorable. I made it. And there's more parkour. This time even harder. No! Oh my gosh, there's a ladder. I thought I was going to die down there. And jump. No. Ha. Ha. No. Jump. Yes, I did it. 3rd one. Yes. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm doing it. Ah! No, you got to be kidding me. Do it again. Yes. No. Okay. I'm doing it. Yes. I did it. Let's see what's in these. Ooh, saddles. Golden apple. The loot is actually getting better. And down here we have a whole bunch of creepers. I'm definitely not that good at parkour that I'm confident enough to not fall down there. Let's do this. Parkour! Oh my gosh. I made it. And I wouldn't have died to the creepers. And there's another sand trap. That is so lovely. Okay, I cannot make this jump ever. I think the secret lies in these levers. Let's press them. What? Oh, come on. No. I'm killing the slime. I'm going to fall so many times. I'm leaving the tiny slimes though because they're cute. 3, 2, 1, and jump, jump, jump. No, I fell. Jump, jump. No! And 1. Nope. And 1, 2, 3. Yes! I did it! That was so hard. We've got another chest which suspiciously looks like a trap. Let's open it anyway. It was a trap. And there's a little secret way through here. I guess this is where we continue. Wait, that's the pharaoh. This is the moment we waited for. The big fight. Let's kill him super fast with my diamond sword. Oh, he brought his friends. Wait, can I just kill them through the window? Oh my gosh, it's so many. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm not in there. Don't walk through here. Ah, they can walk through here. Guys, this is the worst. This is the worst. They cannot walk through here. Ha 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 ha. This is the absolute worst. They're so strong. Leave me alone. Okay, where's the pharaoh? He's here. He brought more friends. Ha, he's stuck. Loser. Hello there. Come on, I'm helping you. We can do it, you creepy guy. Come on. You and me. Ow! Well, that was easy. Eternal slumber. More like eternal growling and weird noise making. No, there's still so many in here. I want to go in this room and I want to take all of the loot that is in there. Wait, my mining fatigue is gone. I can break things! I'm going to break all the spawners. Break the spawners. Break the spawners. All these mummies are way worse than the pharaoh, for sure. Hopefully this is the last of them. We can loot all of these chests. Diamonds. An enchanted golden apple. OP loot. And we can't forget about all of the gold in the pharaoh's throne. But I'm totally not in a million years doing the parkour again, so I hope this passage leads to the exit. There's a button here. Okay, maybe this is the exit. Yes. Yep, this is the first room we came in. And now we can just easily scaffold back up here. Goodbye, creepy desert pyramid and all its creatures. Finally, I can see some daylight. There's a meerkat waiting for me up here. Hello. And it loves me. And there are a bunch of mummies on the pyramid. No thank you. I mean, one good thing about being in the pyramid for so long was to not worry about being in the blazing sun and getting sunburned. But now we're back to burning alive. I finally defeated the scary structure. So now we can spend the last remaining days in this world doing something really cool. I want to turn this entire place into an oasis. This needs to be a place where people can come and relax and cool off after a day in the blazing sun. We have the zoo to the right, my base in the middle, and maybe to the left we can do the oasis. And of course the sandstorm had to start right as I said that. So let's quickly get to safety and wait for tomorrow. Once the storm was gone and my roads were covered once more, I started working on my oasis. I want to have a bunch of water here, but I also need to cover up all of these messy holes. On day 87 I took Amelia on a little trip into the desert, so I could mine a bunch of sand and make a mess far away from my base so I won't see it when I'm in my home. I also accidentally bred Camellia with another camel, and now we have this super cute tiny little camel baby. I want to use all of that sand to craft different variants. I'm going to use a bunch of wet sand because that makes sense, and also kelp sand. I think this one is going to be really cool to put on the shore. From day 88 to 89, I worked on the sandy shores of my oasis pools. I basically want to have 3 big ponds that are textured with the different colored sands. Right now these just look like some weird soggy sand pits, and like somebody couldn't handle their salad. So let's quickly cover this in water, and also cover myself in water so I don't get sunburned. Why did I just look at an enderman? It's time we make the pools. Water, 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 water. Water everywhere. Oh my gosh. Go away. No. Come in the water. The water's really nice today. What an absolute idiot, says the one who looked at an enderman in the first place. Let's just fill the pools and hope for no more incidents. Now this is looking much better. We got one pond flowing into the next, which is flowing into the last one. I just want to exist in these ponds and go swimming and chill all day long. But this oasis cannot be completed without beautiful trees. The palm trees. For the palm trees, I don't want to use desert oak wood because it doesn't seem like the right color and texture for it. But I know a place where I can get a jungle sapling. The Pillager camel house. Good that I unalived them all already. This room has all of the saplings and I'm gonna take this one. Maybe we should also take some azalea. And then we can grow azalea trees and use the leaves for the palm trees. I only found one jungle sapling though, and then I realized I've been looking at jungle trees the whole time because we have the desert oak and then there are the ones with the vines, and those are actually jungle trees, and they're also made of the full jungle wood block, which I want for my palm trees. The question is, does it give me more saplings? The answer was yes, but I also got hit by another sandstorm. Come on, Camellia, we gotta get out of here before we get blown away. And the vultures are circling over my pigs. This is just the worst. It's a sandstorm and all the vultures are thinking about is more food. Food, glorious food. And even though it is a storm, I'm still going to go out here and farm my jungle wood. Let's grow a really big tree. And then we get all of this jungle wood, which is going to be enough for the palm trees. The weather makes it look like the world is ending, and here I am doing chores for Minecraft. And my vulture somehow managed to escape his enclosure, so he's out here suffering with me. Then we also have to farm azalea leaves, so let's grow these using bone meal too. And then we just shear off all of the leaves. Oh my gosh, this is the first time that I've picked up oak wood in this world. That is so unreal since it's usually the first wood type that you pick up in a Minecraft world. On day 92, I just had to shear one more azalea tree. And now I have a whole bunch of leaves plus the jungle wood. So it is palm tree time. I literally walked into a cactus right after I cleaned up the mess of the last storm so we can actually see my beautiful sand texturing. At least I just remembered that I own the cactus hammer, so goodbye annoying sand layers. I started with a palm tree that is leaning over the pond, and then a big and a small one that are growing together. Then I just added another small tree and the oasis was completed. Now we have this super lush oasis and I really love how it turned out. We still have some spare azalea leaves, so we can also add some by the shore. I also planted some dead bushes and grass, and I realized I could plant grass on sand because of some mod, but you can't usually do that in Minecraft. I'm also gonna add a bench at the very top of the oasis so we can sit here and enjoy the view. Then of course we also need a bunch of pots, and some can have azalea flowers in them. We also have to decorate the water itself, so we can just spam some bone meal and seagrass will grow. And then we can also put the many sand piles to good use and create some really cool sand layers. Now that's what I call a really cozy getaway spot. Even the vulture is enjoying himself. Now we have 6 more days left, and I want to turn this place into a resort. So we need a bunch of living quarters so the villagers can go here on vacation. but mainly so I can go here on vacation. The build is going to be really big, so it's going to fill up this entire space. I started by crafting up some desert oak materials, then proceeded to retexture my sandstone to variants that I've never used before. On day 95, I went back to the sandstone mines because I realized I didn't have nearly enough sandstone for my project, and my vulture teleported to me and gave me a jump scare. And I also had to chop down even more desert oak trees. But on day 96, I crafted up a bunch of resources, so now we can bring the desert resort to life. I started by building 3 little houses, which are going to be the rooms for the villagers. And halfway through building this, I got this chat message. Just why? My vulture. Not again. And if things weren't tragic enough already, a huge sandstorm hit me on day 97, but I just kept on building like there was no tomorrow. The builds are looking really good, but the sandstorm is still going, so I'm just going to quietly dig out a little pool, because yes, there's going to be a pool. On day 98, the storm was finally gone, and I dug a huge pit for the pool and decorated it with a bunch of sandstone variants. But I did lose a bunch of time because of the storm, so now we gotta hurry up and finish this build before the 100 days are up. After finishing the pool and taking a little break to cool off from the blazing sun, I continued by building a wall all around the resort so the villagers are going to be safe. Now the place is looking even more complete and really beautiful, but I also want to get rid of all of the messy sand layers, and then we can add a really pretty floor to this place instead. I decided on this floor here, and I think it looks really nice. Now we just have to decorate the place and add a bunch of beach chairs, and of course a bunch of potted plants all over the place. So now we have a cozy relaxation area, a bunch of flowers and potted cacti, and I even made a tiny little custom tree. I also started working on the interior, and then the wandering trader showed up at my door, which I guess is a good sign since the resort is for villagers, and he's a villager. A little scammer villager. The wandering trader took over the room with the bunk bed and the little desk. The llama claimed the big dining room, but we also have another room here where we go through this door, and then we have a giant cozy bed here. Now we just get a villager into the boat, and the wandering trader is in the pool, so I guess the villagers can join them. Now we can all have a pool party and enjoy the beautiful desert resort. Today is day 100, and I still have one last thing to do, which is get rid of all of the sand layers in my pets again. And while I cleaned, I also had a chance to visit all my cute zoo animals again. Now everything is mostly cleaned up again if you don't count the sand all over my builds. Now all we have left to do is dig another grave for a second vulture. Here lies Mr. Burb. He flew too close to the sun. My poor little vulture. Even though my vultures didn't survive, at least I survived 100 days in this desert world. I built a bunch of amazing desert structures, and even slayed in the creepy desert pyramid and all the pillager outposts. And to finish this adventure, I think it would be really funny if we found out what actually happens when you die to sunburn. So I'm going to stand out here in the blazing sun, and let's see what happens. The hearts are starting to burn. I'm getting all of the negative effects. The heartbeat is getting faster. The hearts have all burned. Oh yes, oh my gosh, now my vision is blurry. And 3, 2, 1, and I couldn't handle the heat, and I'm alive again. And I really hope you have enjoyed this 100 days in the desert. Let me know in the comments what kind of 100 days videos you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!